Hello guys, it's Peter from PS Sound, and here we are again with the ultimate in-car sound experience demo project of mine. And now I'm going to quickly explain to you what happened in the last 3 days with all the fabrication work in this boot, all these panels. I try to be quick, and I don't know when I can share it, so actually you may see this video later because I kind of planned everything out. I scheduled all my free time to finish the car in time and get it ready for the Euro finals. And then this morning a very unfortunate thing happened to the family, sadly, and fingers crossed I can finish the car and help the family as well in this time. But yeah, that's nothing to do with you, that's not your business, you're not interested in that, so I quickly show to you what happened here. So here we are. Where should I start? Alright, let's start with the main panel, probably. That covers the amps and comes all the way to the end. That panel is bolted onto the amp rack. If I can show it with the camera, if I can get in there, it's bolted with machine bolts into threaded inserts into the amp rack, side of the amp rack, on both sides, and it looks quite thick to get the depth for the 45 angle, but I only made a frame underneath for the cutouts, as well as here there's just like 1.5 inch thickness added to it, so I could make the 45 underneath. In this way I have a groove where I can add lights to it. This separate piece on the top on each side couldn't be fixed part of this main panel, because then I wouldn't have been able to put it into the boot, because the boot opening is shorter than, well, narrower than inside of the boot, so these two panels on each side are bolted onto this from underneath. There's a sequence how all the panels go in, so basically this has to sit onto the amp rack unbolted, because then you can still lift it up to put well, first these side bits in. They go on the outside of the amp rack, slot in, and they are pretty solid even just on their own. But then these pieces, lock them in and push them outside, and this panel is not only push fit but also bolted down. There was a bolt, if I can get in there, with an air bracket in there, and then also down at the bottom there's another air frame bolted down with machine bolts, so that solid piece pushing the side panel out. Here underneath this thin trim panel there's a bolt pushing this also towards the outside, so this is solidly in. So this is just a push fit trim panel. Actually it's so push fit, so exact, that it wouldn't even need anything. I can't even pull it out, you have to kind of pry it up. So where are we now? So basically then, yeah, this goes in, it can be still lifted up, side panels, this piece, then you bolt this one in, you bolt that one to the side and then down, and then it's pretty much all in. Then the top side bits go on, bolted on from the underneath, and that's pretty much it. This middle section is gonna be the place for my logo. That's a small piece, but it was quite tricky because it's not flat in any way. As you see, it comes out on an angle, and it's quite tricky to do it because this angle had to be the support for the 45 on the router as well, so it had to be flush even at the transition when I did the 45. And to make this piece I had to, you might be able to see, I had to stack it from several layers, then cut it to the shape, and then add the 45s to it at the desired places. yeah, I will have lights underneath these grooves. I will have lights inside there to wash those side sections, and the Brex amplifier in the middle. Yeah, I think I forgot to mention the base plate. They are just push fit, and they had to be joined from two pieces because it's really tight because of the sub. The sub has to be in place because I had to work around that when I measured everything. So to put this piece in is, yeah, super tight. I literally have to force it in to go in and under the sub. And then here in the middle, I think, depending on how it will look once it's trimmed, because now that piece is pushed down from the side panel, it can come up here a little bit. So once it's trimmed, it will be probably push fit and very tight, but if not, then I can still support it with Velcro from underneath, and that will hold it down nicely. Added lights underneath so it washes the subs a little bit. It gives depth to it and a bit of lighting feature. And then here on the sides I will have the same type of black perspex as here, so I'm just hoping that I will get the right angle, so when you look at the boot from the back, from the middle, then you will see reflections from those side panels each side, and that will give an extra depth to the whole look. So yeah, overall, considering I wanted to do something even crazier, but obviously now I had very limited time, I'm pretty happy with it. Well, there's always room for improvement in the future. When I get bored, then I can add things to it, like, because now all the lights are going to be kind of ambient. There's no edge lit perspex anything in it, and all these nice straight lines would be great with thin edge lit perspex all over, like at the edge of this as well, at the bottom of this, around the cutouts of the amplifiers. I could add edge lit underneath this as well, at that panel, all over pretty much. And if I was running them on a separate circuit in a different color, that would, yeah, that would just set it off even better. But well, I should just, you know, be satisfied once and leave it, enjoy it. And I'm already thinking about the next step. It's a bit crazy. I think, yeah, I need pills or medication. But well, most of you know me by now. So this is it, the woodworking and all the filling jobs. As you see on the side, I had to fill it up over there as well, just a couple of millimeters to make it super tight. Oh, these corner bits were proper bitch. Those little holes, where to bond them. I couldn't bond it to the main panel because then it wouldn't go into the boot, so I had to be bonded to this top piece, but it's really thin, and that was a proper pain in the ass. But well, it's done now. A couple more pieces to fabricate those perspex pieces on the side, and then yeah, it's ready for trimming, and hopefully it should be done in a day, fingers crossed. So yeah, the next update is gonna come early next week, because I have to set off to Salzburg on Wednesday morning. So probably I will update you guys next, just before that. And yeah, I hope you liked what you've seen. Please let me know if you have any questions, guys. I really appreciate your questions always. And if you're not subscribed yet, please do so, because then you don't miss the next episode. So yeah, this is it for now. Take care, guys.